by speaking on challenges faced by women today. So yeah, Mittal, please you can go ahead.
Thank you so much, Purva. I would like to thank you, TatvaSoft, to give this opportunity to speak something on this Women's Day. So, first of all, happy International Women's Day to all the lovely ladies of our organization. Myself, Mittal, I'm from Microsoft department, and as said, Purva, working in the TatvaSoft more than 7 years as a senior team leader. So, in a personal life, I'm playing many role as a woman, and I'm proud of all of it. And in the all the roles, the latest addition is a mother. I'm a mom of 1.5 year old girl. So let's start. Let's jump to our topic. So India is called as a Bharat Mata, not Bharat Pita. Then how we honored the India become the fourth most dangerous place for women to reside in. Yes, so there are many problems faced by women in India. So today, when I speak about the problems of women uh, face in our country, it's not about myself or any single person facing the problem. I'm talking about the whole woman on gender. So earlier days, we had several issues like sati system, no widow remarriage, devdasi system, and in many more. Well, most of the them are not prevalent now, but there are new issues that women face today. Maybe they are not the same, but still they are as severe as the early ones. So first basic problem is denied of education. I would say that we are very lucky because we have that opportunity to go to school, but thousands of girls in India are not have that opportunity. Although the numbers of educated women in this country had reached the critical mass and they are making their presence felt, but still we have to go far away. So I would say if we had opportunity, we can try to give that opportunity to our surrounding also, like if we see in our neighbors, relatives, or our house help who does not have that enough opportunity, we can help them whenever possible from our end. The second issue is gender socializations. Women are not considered equal to men. So they face discrimination in almost every place. Even the little girl become the victim of this discriminations. They have many restrictions for there are many restrictions for the girl child, but that are not applied to the boys. Our society expects certain types of behavior from the boys and girls. We see right from the childhood, boys are given the toys like bat, ball, gun, etc. They are allowed to go out and play, but girls, what are they given? They are given the doll, teddy bear, etc. They are trained to be future mother and future caretaker of home. So I would say, like in my home, my girl would I will take care of these things. In my girl have both the guns, dolls, everything she needs. Like there will no be gender socialization. So I want to highlight one incident here. So in Saudi Arabia, one woman created international sensation by posting video herself driving a car. Until a few months back, women were not allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia. Because of women like her, the laws are beginning to change. We have to take the initiative whenever the possible from our end. The third point is safety. I think there is not enough place, and there is no safe place for the girls. Even in today's era, also even in the mother's womb, they are not safe. We are lucky enough to see this beautiful universe, but many are not because their chromosome is XX, not XY. That is true. uh, Also, like um, our primary focus is not equality with men, but rather protection from them. India is considered one of the top 10 most dangerous country in the world for women, more dangerous, depressing. So we can see chand pe chale gaye hai, but after evening we cannot leave home alone. I know we are living in one of the safest city of India, but almost city in India are not equal safe. Like after evening they cannot go home, go outside. So safety, and I'm sure like every woman at some place at some time face kind of unwanted experience. So safety is biggest problem of India, I would say. Fourth problem is in India there are many women are facing domestic violence. Domestic violence can takes a number of forms, including like physical, verbal, emotional, economical, uh, reproductive, and sexual abusing. We have heard many incidents of beating, bride burning, acid attacks, dowry, etc. Even the child marriage issue in many states is a major issue, that have innumerable challenges that small girl child can face physically and mentally. Okay. Uh, the fifth point is the lack of women in position of power. So, one of the struggles that underlies all of our policy. So, it's continued to the lack of women in position of power. I would say, how many project manager in our company as well? None. So, as a survey found that while companies start with 30% women at the entry level, the number of women dips to the 10% at the managerial level, and that reduces the only 1% at the leadership level. Women slow down in improvement with the societal norms and the lack of cooperation. So, other problem is women's health is ignored. Inadequate nutrition in the childhood affect women in their later lives, especially women who is belonging to the poor family and the rural area. So, like women suffers, the women have to undergo to the uh, some biological process of like pregnancy or childbearing to delivering to nursing, feeding, etc. So there are maternal functions, but in many places, due to lack of education and due to lack of health center facility, they are not providing as much as primary facilities of which uh, they have to give them. So that is one, and another problem I thought is the exploitation of women in the media. So now, like the mass media, such as like radio, television, newspapers, cinema, uh, has a play a vital role in our society and social development, especially in the modern society. But unfortunately, our media is not playing a positive role in the case of women. Media is even commended the exploiting, misrepresenting women. Like some of the advertisement, whether in a newspaper or TV, it plays no less important role in debating a woman. Some of the advertisement firms make female body in a cheaper manner to get the publicity things. Some of the TV channels, such as our Star Plus, Colors TV, ZTV, promoting a lifestyle which is totally alien to us. Like many of have heard about the Nagin serial. Who live, who lives this lifestyle. So that is and so that is one of the major issue is exploitation of women via the media. Okay. Um, Other issue, the final point I want to highlight is balancing personal and professional life. So even when there is enough female majority in the IT sector, women comprehended show hesitant to speak out as they think they don't have full assistant or support from the family as well as the collaborator. Like the working woman to come from a family, whether there is a chaos to the time, both the family and work pressure push them into a deep pit from when they are trying to escape from the long time. Women continuously try to keep a balance between work and home. Most of their energy is spent totally on that validating their balance. I think there is a modern lifestyle. Like earlier this issue was not there, but in the present era where most of the women are working, so they face this issue so much. So yeah, thank you so much everyone to listen to me. You all are beautiful and courageous. I know there are many challenges we are overcoming to many issues. We can try to change the world by resolving this issue as much as we can possible from our end. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Over to you, Purva.
Yeah, thanks, Mittal. That was really thought provoking, and like you covered several topics. That was really good. Especially the last part that you mentioned about media, that I feel is really true. The way things are portrayed everywhere, it's like
Yes.
need to change.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody wants to discuss upon this topics? Anyone has any opinions, suggestions on this? All right. So, as Mittal mentioned in her speech as well, like the balance of her professional and personal life. Being a working woman myself, I know it is difficult at times to manage both, but we females have been doing that with the ease, with a smile. So, the next topic is on the same, like moving ahead to our next speaker. She is Dhruti Joshi. She has been an active participant in many technical events that are carried out throughout Gujarat. So, hence, I know she is also a very good orator. Please welcome her with her next topic of the day, work life balance. Yeah, Dhruti, over to you.
Thank you so much, Purva, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. First of all, Happy Women's Day to everyone. So, myself, Dhruti Joshi, and I am from .NET department and working with TatvaSoft for last 2 years. Today, I am here to talk about how to improve your work-life balance nowadays. Balancing your professional and personal life can be challenging, but it's essential. Often, work takes precedence over everything else in our lives. Work life balance is the process where a person equally prioritizes the demands of one's career and the demands of one's personal life. Some of the common reasons that leads to a poor work-life balance includes increased responsibilities at work, working longer hours, increased responsibilities at home, and most toughest is having children. And I salute all working women here. When creating a schedule that works for you, think about the best way to achieve balance at work and in your personal life. Work-life balance is less about dividing the hours in your day evenly between work and personal life, and instead is more about having the flexibility to get things done in your professional life while still having time and energy to enjoy your personal life. There may be some days where you work longer hours, and so you have some time later in the weeks to enjoy other activities. Here, I want to focus on 8 ways to create a better work life balance. The first and most important point I want to notice is accept that there is no perfect work life balance. When you hear work life balance, you probably imagine having an extremely productive day at work and leaving early to spend the other half of the day with friends and family. While this may seem ideal, but it's not always possible. Don't strive for the perfect schedule. Strive for a realistic one. Some days you might focus more on work, while other days you might have more time and energy to pursue your hobbies and spend time with your loved ones. So, balance is achieved over time, not each day. The next point I want to focus is find a job that you love. If you hate what you do, you are not going to be happy, plain and simple. You don't need to love every aspect of your job, but it needs to be exciting enough that you don't dread getting out of bed every morning. The next point is prioritize your health. Your overall physical, emotional, and mental health should be your main concern. If you struggle with anxiety or depression and think that therapy would benefit you, fit those sessions into your schedule, even if you have to leave your work early. The next point is don't be afraid to unplug. Cutting ties with the outside world from time to time allows us to recover from weekly stress and gives us space for other thoughts and ideas to emerge. Next point is take a vacation. Sometimes truly unplugging means taking vacation time and shutting your work completely off for a while. Whether your vacation consists of a 1 day stay vacation or a 2 week trip to a Bali, it's important to take time off to physically and mentally recharge. The next is make time for yourself and your loved ones. While your job is important, but it shouldn't be your entire life. You were an individual before taking this position, and you should prioritize the activities or the hobbies that makes you happy. Realize that no one at your company is going to love you or appreciate you the way your loved ones do. The next is set boundaries and work hours. Set boundaries for yourself and your colleagues to avoid burnout. When you leave the office, avoid thinking about upcoming projects or answering company emails. It should be advisable to notify team members and your manager about boundaries beyond which you cannot be accessible because you are engaged in your personal activities. This will help you to ensure that they understand and respect your workplace limits and expectations. Last but not the least, set goals and priorities and importantly, stick to them. Set achievable goals by implementing time management strategies, analyzing your to-do list, and cutting out tasks that have little to no value. Pay attention to when you are most productive at work and block that time off for your most important work related activities. Avoid checking your emails and phone every few minutes, as those are major time wasting tasks that grab your attention and productivity. Structuring your day can increase productivity at work, which can result in more free time to relax outside of work. So these are the points which we should have to keep in mind to balance our work life. Let me tell you a small story that illustrates what I have been talking about. And for that, I would like to take example of myself for how I am balancing my work life. Every day I have decided to give time to myself first, then everything. And for that, I'm starting my day with yoga, which keep my mind steady. Then I become housewife and preparing breakfast and lunch for my family. Then I'm playing a role of a mother by preparing my kid for a school, and it takes too much time as he is only 3 years old. Then then I start my professional life, and in between I have to switch my roles between a mother and a developer. And around 8 in the evening, I stop my professional life and I start playing the role of a best friend of my kid by playing with him. So, only a woman can play multiple roles simultaneously, and every woman should feel proud about this. So, I hope you like this session. Thank you so much. Over to you, Purva.
Yeah, that was really amazing, Dhruti, especially the last part. That's really true that we like keep on switching from a wife to a mother to a daughter-in-law. Like there are so many things to take care of. So yeah, that is really an interesting point that out of so many roles, you should also play a role of like a individual. Like a me time is really necessary. Like I myself, I love to paint. So no matter how busy I am, I take out time for myself to do something. Maybe that is of no value, but it just makes me feel good. So yeah, I would suggest all other girls also they find some hobby, find some me time, and invest some time on yourself. Yeah.
Yes, and most importantly, in every role, we must have to give 100%
Yes.
in each and every role. Whether it's a wife, whether it's a mother, whether it's a daughter, whether it's daughter-in-law, developer, or anything else, we always have to give 100%, and that's a difficult part.
Yes, yes. Like being a girl, I feel there is like a innate quality that we are a caregiver and we have to be perfect. This perception or this bar we have set for ourselves, I feel we most of us do that. So yeah,
Right,
that point was also good that no, not all days will be perfect. That was really nice.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks, Shruti.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, girls, as of now, we saw challenges faced by women, done by Mittal, and a really nice topic of work-life balance spoken by Dhruti. So, let's have some fun, some interaction. Ready for a game? Are you? मूवीज देखते हो सब लोग बॉलीवुड मूवीज
Yes.
कौन नहीं
Yes.
देखता?
ओके सो वेरी सिंपल गेम वर्चुअल है बहुत कुछ तो कर नहीं सकते बट ठीक है एक गेम खेलते हैं गेस द मूवी ठीक है तो इसमें करना ये है यू ऑल हैव एक्सेस टू योर चैट राइट so whoever wish to answer just in chat you can mention your name or me so I will recognize that you want to answer okay so I'll just mention a plot line or a basic story. All right, and you have to guess which movie is that. Like for an example, I'll give you. So example goes like this: a young girl who is the daughter of a farmer from Imphal. She finds a boxing glove in an air crash. Then she is fascinated by the glove and grows up being keen interest in boxing. And despite her father's disapproval, she excels in boxing. Which movie is this?
Mary Kom.
So this is how it will go in 2 to 3 lines. I'll describe the plot line and you have to guess which movie is that. Ready?
But Purva, chat is not accessible.
Not
I don't know.
accessible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
chat is
Yeah,
disabled.
chat is not. Okay, you can raise hand. I can see raise hand wala is
All
possible.
right.
है ना? ठीक, let's do that. Okay. So the first question here goes: a young, obedient girl. She's based out in Delhi. Her parents are really protective. They always tell her what she should be doing, what she shouldn't be doing. She discovers herself by going on a honeymoon alone.
Queen.
Okay. Drishya, you answered, I guess.
No, I Dipali.
No,
Dipali, yes.
Dipali answer.
Yeah. So, what message do we get from the movie Queen? I have specially chosen some female centric movies, so maybe we can discuss on that as
Go
well.
solo on honeymoon.
Goes along. What else?
Women are not dependent on anyone. They can do solo anything.
Love
Nice.
yourself.
Women have individual can be treated individual to herself.
Hmm. Right. Love yourself was ideally the motto of the movie, I think. Okay. So the next question. Now she's an aspiring and a brilliant teacher, but she has a speech difficulty. She turns her weakness into strength and becomes a successful teacher.
History.
History.
Has everyone seen this movie?
Yes.
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 Yeah. So yeah, it gives a message that if you put a mind into something, believe in yourself, you can of course achieve many things.
Yes.
Okay. Next question goes. I think all of you must have seen this movie. Now, a small businesswoman, she makes snacks. She enrolls herself in an English speaking course
Sridevi,
because.
English, English.
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 Okay, okay. So, what lesson do we get from this movie?
There is
Yeah,
no age for
There is
learning.
no age for learning. Yes.
yes, right,
Respect yourself.
right. Okay, now I don't know if you all have seen this movie or not. A married woman, she had all that she hoped for: a loving husband, caring in laws, decent lifestyle. But her life is shattered when her husband slaps her once at a party.
Thappad.
Third.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, last two of them. I think this is very easy. 23-year-old flight attendant sacrificed her life.
Nature.
Nirja.
Nirja.
चलो अभी
Too
थोड़ा सा
many.
हार्ड वाला है देखते हैं. An advocate who fights for girls in a legal battle against influential family
Pink.
boys.
Section 375.
Pink.
Section 375.
Nine. Pink. Pink is the answer. So it gave a message: no matter what clothes she wears or lifestyle she leads, nobody can
Yes.
force her doing anything against her will. And so yeah, this was also a very good movie. Was this fun?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I
Yes.
hope you are enjoying the event. This was just some idea we thought, because since now till now we haven't done much on Women's Day. So we thought this could be a very good idea to gather all of us together. So I hope you are enjoying. Uh, Now we are moving to the next speech of the women of the event. Right? We women take care of so many people. Like we know what everyone in our family likes to eat, what is everybody's schedule, what medicine do they take, what hobbies, what not, right? Like I stated before, involuntarily we are a caregivers and we love to do that. But it is said that you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. So please welcome our next speaker of the event, Sima Shah. She is a certified nutritionist and shall be speaking on women's health and wellness. Over to you, Seema.
Yeah, I'm audible, Ruba?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Okay. So, hello everyone. First of all, happy Valentine's Day to all the incredible woman who is against me, who is standing in this meeting, and everyone. Okay, so this is the day for us. So, I'm now coming to the topic. So, So I have a very limited time, so I cannot be interactive, but I just want to give you the information like that, what is the healthy and what is the wellness. So on the everyone think like healthy means if there is a no disease, if we are not getting illness, then that's called the healthy. And wellness means same kind of healthy, right? Yeah,
Yes.
but there is a difference between them. Healthy means what? Healthy means just not not with the disease, we are not getting illness. But if we are not getting a illness in everywhere, means like physical, mentally, and the socially. If in all three para, if we are a good, in that case we can say like that I'm healthy. Okay. And wellness means what? I think Purva, somebody is speaking, so can we mute
Just
them?
give.
Yeah.
Please, if anybody is not on mute, please check.
Yeah. Okay, no worries, we can continue. So I give you the information about what is the healthy and now wellness. Everyone wants to be healthy. So to be healthy, if anything we have to develop that habits called a wellness. Okay, so this is a simple thing. Now, in the woman health, there is a biggest concern. So biggest concern like that, as everyone inform us, they have a family, they have a career. So we are juggling between both of them. Sometimes we are spending a time in the family, sometimes we are spending a time in the career. So we are forgetting one person, and that's us. Okay, so we are not finding a time, in that time we can spend on our time to be a healthy. So that's our biggest concern. And due to that, I don't know you are aware about that or not, but we are having a top five disease, and that's called the heart disease. In the heart disease, also the woman is the first, then the man, then the breast cancer, then the osteoporosis, then the depression, and the immunity related disease. In everywhere, woman is facing a so many problem than the man, and it's just because we are not giving any much so much time to our health. That's the reason we are getting that kind of thing. So now we are getting the idea like that what is the healthy and what is the concern for that. So now if we want to be a wellness, we want to create any habit which gives us the healthy lifestyle, so what we can do? So for that we can think like that we can go with the optimum nutrition, balanced hormonal, because everyone knows that in each stages we are facing the hormonal related changes. So if we will go with the some nutritional, like the balanced diet, so in that balanced diet we can think like that what we can do. In the balanced diet we can eat a variety of fruits food, we can eat the green vegetables, dark leafy vegetables, then also fresh food. If I'm saying that I'm eating a salad, but that salad is cutting before 2 or 3 hours, then there is a no value for that salad. Got it? So if you are taking the salad, then cut it before a 15 or 20 minutes. That gives you the so much nutrition. Otherwise, it will not give you the nutrition what you are expecting. Then the oil. We are eating a less oil, but we are eating a like the groundnut oil. Sometimes we are using a processed ghee. So that's not a good for our health. We can go with the olive oil. Olive oil is the best to use. Then we can say carrot, then the beetroot, then that kind of things we can eat, and that gives us the good fiber. Then also, and I one more thing I want to add is that if you want to lose a weight, then you can consume more protein and more fiber related fruits. That will help you. Okay. So another thing is a green tea. We can go with the green tea. Green tea is a fat burner. So we can go with the green tea. Then we can go with the organic food. Everywhere you will get idea like that we are growing the particular vegetables organically. So now there is a trend of the organic food. So we can also go with that. So all this information I give you what we have to eat. Now I'm also saying what you don't want to eat to be a healthy. Okay. So what you not want to eat, like the bread, cake, bakery related where the most of the sugar and the maidas are available, that you don't want to eat. Then the packet food. Packet food has a so many things which helps our body to be die. So we cannot go for that. Then the glucose integrated foods we cannot eat. Then animal proteins. That animal proteins also not a good for our health. So we can avoid them. Okay. So then artificial sweetener. If you are going for a anything like a cake with the blue color, we love that cake. But if you get an idea like that, that blue color how they have prepared, then if you get some idea after that you say no, I don't want to go with the blue color. So these kind of things we have to avoid to be to make healthy. Now the thing is exercise. So everyone is saying that I don't have a time. I am doing a role of the wife. I'm doing a role of the developer. I'm doing a role of the mother. I'm doing a role of the daughter or daughter-in-law. I'm doing so many roles. So I don't have a time for the exercise. So today I'm giving you some of the tips which you can do and which is very easy for you. Like example, if you are going at a home or a office, then you can use the staircase instead of the lift. If you are a particular venue you have to reach, then park your vehicles 1 or half hour half kilometer before the venue. So and you have to walk to the venue. That will also give you the exercise. Then when you are doing any kind of work, at that time you can take a break, and during that break you can do something stretching related exercise. So that's also. Then you can also do with the gardening. If you have a hobby for the gardening, then you can do a gardening. That's also called a one kind of exercise. So these type of things you can do, and this will give you the exercise time in that case, right? Another is a stress. For the stress, the Dhruti has mentioned so many things. So I'm also saying that that's a very good thing. We have to think about the stress management. The reason is that CDC mentioned that 75 to 85% of women who is coming to doctor visit, that's just because of the stress. They are having a stress, and because of that they are facing some issue. And what kind of issue we can get if you have a stress related problem? One is the digestive, second is the depression level, then third one is the weight gain. Weight gain also can be possible using the stress. Fourth one is the sleep disorder. So these all four kind of problems you will get from the stress. So you have to think about that. You can go with the yoga, you can do some meditation, you can do some me time. In the me time you can choose anything which you like, and you can go with that. That will reduce your stress level. So the if you follow these kind of things, if you do eat a good food, if you do some exercise, if you work on the stress management, if you do all three kind of thing, then you will create a good habit, and that good habits makes you healthy. So this is the thing how you will become a healthy, and how you will create a good habits for that. Now you think okay, but now the time is gone, I cannot do anything. So I'm saying in that case like that, take care of your body. It's never too late. Okay. So there is a in the as a woman, we are passing from so many stages. We are passing as a daughter, we are passing as a mother, we are passing as a wife, we are passing as a mother-in-law. So everywhere. So in each and every stages, if you eat healthy, if you be active in everywhere, if you manage your stress level, if you supplement or diet wisely, then you will become a healthy and wellness, and your son or a daughter feels like that my mom is a healthy, and that will give you the best compliment, right? So yeah, that's it from my side. But now for the stress level, and today is the Women's Day, I want to share one shairi with you. Actually, that's the shairi which I read every time when I feel that I am downstairs. So I'm just sharing that one. अगर आपको अच्छी लगे तो गुड बोलना, अगर नहीं अच्छी लगे तो डोंट वरी, कुछ दोनों दो कान है हमारे पास, एक कान से सुनना दूसरे से निकाल देना। ठीक है, चलिए मैं बोलती हूँ। मुश्किलें जरूर है मगर ठहरी नहीं हूं मैं, मुश्किलें जरूर है मगर ठहरी नहीं हूं मैं, मंजिल से जरा कह दो अभी पहुंची नहीं हूं मैं, मुश्किलें जरूर है मगर ठहरी नहीं हूं मैं, मंजिल से जरा कह दो अभी पहुंची नहीं हूं मैं, कदमों को बांध ना पाएगी मुसीबत की जंजीरें, कदमों को बांध ना पाएगी मुसीबत की जंजीरें, रास्तों से जरा कह दो अभी भटकी नहीं हूं मैं, सब्र का बांध टूटेगा फना करके रख दूंगी, सब्र का बांध टूटेगा, फना करके रख दूंगी, दुश्मन से जरा कह दो अभी गर्जी नहीं हूं मैं। दिल में छुपा के रखी है लड़कपन की चाहते, दिल में छुपा के रखी है लड़कपन की चाहते, मोहब्बत से जरा कह दो अभी बदली नहीं हूं मैं, दोस्तों से जरा कह दो अभी बदली नहीं हूं मैं। साथ चलता है दुआओं का काफिला, साथ चलता है दुआओं का काफिला, किस्मत से जरा कह दो अभी तन्हा नहीं हूं मैं, किस्मत से जरा कह दो अभी तन्हा नहीं हूं मैं। विद दैट आई एम डन। थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन मुझे सुनने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच। बैक टू पूर्वा।
Thank you, Seema. Such an amazing shairi at the end. Really, really nice. Thank
थैंक
you.
यू।
Okay. So, Seema, I had a question. Like you mentioned about osteoporosis. So, I
यस।
have read somewhere like as the woman grows in age, the bone health is deteriorated. They should do something for their calcium levels. Can you give us some knowledge on that?
Yeah, basically for the calcium you can take a calcium related foods like the peanuts. Peanuts is a good for calcium. Then the हम लोग बोलते हैं ना कि कभी अगर दोपहर में कुछ खाना हो then we can go with the packet food. So instead
Hmm.
of that we can go with the chana and sing. We can go with the milk. At every night if we will drink a milk with the turmeric, then that's a very good thing for the calcium. And if
Okay.
you are facing, there is a calcium density test is also available. So if you go and check that, and if your calcium is less than 3, then that's a good. And if it's a less than greater than 3, then you have to think to take any medicine or a supplement, or you have to consult a doctor first. So there is a
Okay.
calcium test is also available for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, girls, any of you have any queries or any questions for Seema? Please go ahead.
I think we have a very healthy ladies among us. No worries. Anyone wants to connect, then you can connect me on a pendant as well. If you have any kind of question and don't want to ask generally, I will give you the advice in that.
Okay,
Okay.
great, great.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Seema. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, after this wonderful topic, women's health and wellness, Seema also mentioned something about emotional health and mental health. So, we have one more speaker, Sweeta Sinha. She will be speaking a little on mental health. So, yeah, over to you, Sweeta.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja. Okay, am I audible
Yes.
properly?
But I can't see you yet.
Yeah, just a second. Okay, am I visible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Women's Day to all. And today I'm here to speak on a very well known but very less talked about topic, and that is, as Pooja mentioned, about mental health. So, we all go to doctors, and when we are ill, right, or when if we have met with any accident or we have any pain or anything, we go to doctors. So, why do we go to doctors? Because we know we are ill, right? We can see any hurt, any physical injury, and everybody around us can see that, yeah, this person is in pain or this person is hurt. But how do we know that, the same people around us, like they don't understand if somebody is going through any mental illness. Mental illness is not being like most of the people, they consider that any kind of mental illness is like being mad, or they consider them as crazy or mad. But it is not so. Mental illness also includes stress, depression, and such things. And these things, the mental depression and stress, this leads to many more problems, that is health related problems. Like Seema ma'am just mentioned, it leads to weight gain, and it also leads to many other diseases like PCOS and PCOD. And currently, out of 10, 8 out of every 10 girls, 8 out of every 10 women, they suffer from PCOD or PCOS. And one of the major reasons for this is stress and depression. So what happens actually is when we create a boundary around ourselves, and when we feel that, when we fear that whatever I'm thinking or whatever I'm feeling, if I go and tell it to someone, they won't listen. The first most fear that we have is nobody is there to listen to us, right? But it is not so. If we will always find someone who is there, any friend or any family member who is always there to listen. Even if we find one person who is there to listen to us, we always go and tell our problems to them, right? When we keep these things to ourselves and confined in our heart and in our mind, that is when the stress starts to build up upon us. Stress and depression, this leads to anxiety. Now, many people, many teenagers, many adults, anxiety is a very common problem nowadays in today's world. Previously, these things were not much talked about, but currently, during the course of this pandemic, in the recent years, many people have come up with their problems that they face, the anxiety issue. This leads them to being, more very restless. They get angry on very small issues, very small, very petty things that will make you angry. You won't, you behave in a way that you don't want to. You'll behave rudely with others, and these are the things that will happen because there are many thoughts that are going inside you, but you are not able to express it. That is when the anxiety builds up, right? And we create a boundary around ourselves, and we don't want to talk about these things to anyone. Now, what I feel that we should be doing in this cases, in if we are dealing with stress and if we are dealing with anxiety or anything, is obviously, like you just mentioned, we all should have a hobby that we all should pursue, so that it makes us calm and it gives a peace to our mind. If you like you like painting, so whoever is interested in painting, painting gives them a peace of mind. Whatever is the situation, if you take out 1 hour for yourself and you do painting, then you will feel good and you feel light. Similarly, somebody is interested in reading books, or if somebody is interested in um you know traveling, then they could go out for traveling. They could take a break from their works and their daily monotonous life, and they could go out for traveling. If you are interested in reading books, you can read your favorite novels or your favorite books and everything. So these are the things. If you have a hobby, everyone, we do have a hobby. It's just that we don't know how to utilize it, and we don't know how to connect to it, or what to do when we are feeling such anxiety or stress. So we should always find our hobbies, and we should always take out time to do whatever we love, at least half an hour, 1 hour, or 2 hours, whatever time we get in our day. uh, Apart from this, these are things that we can do on our level, our individual level. But if you feel that this stress or anxiety or depression is not letting me work, is not is keeping down my productivity, it is keeping me down from being 100% productive. So you can always take a medical help. Like we go to doctors, we go to the physicians. If we have fever, if we are running a fever, we can go to the doctors who are there for our mental health, like the psychiatrist or any therapist. We can take therapies also. It is never bad, or it is never embarrassing to consider our mental peace above everything, and we should always do that. We should always like Dhruti just mentioned, that you should always do what you love. We should always we need to find our hobbies. That is when we'll know what we love. And also in terms of work, you should always do a job that you find interesting. We should not wake up thinking that this is another day and I need to keep going through it. So that with that thought in mind, the whole day will go very heavy, and throughout the day you'll be feeling very heavy, and this will uh, decrease your productivity throughout the day. If you do something you love, then our productivity becomes way more. And that is why we need to, first of all, yeah, we need to find our hobbies, and we need to know what we love, and we should do that. We should not do things that we don't find interesting, and it should not be like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this because, yeah, there might be some financial issues that I have to do. But yes, if something like this exists, then also do find some way in a day to do things that you find good, and meet your friends or do anything that will make you feel lighter and will make you that will bring some peace to your mind. So yeah, keep thinking about yourself first, and thinking about your mental peace above everything is never wrong, and it is something that we all should do. So yes, even I try to do things that I find interesting. I like reading books, so I do that whenever I get time. Or I like traveling, so whenever I get time, so I do go out. I cannot go out on very long distance travel, so I go out whenever possible to any near about places that we have. And so we should all do something like this to just have a peace of mind, so that we can come out of this monotonous lifestyle for some time, for its time being, and then we can do something that we find that brings happiness to us. So yeah, thank you, that is all from mine. Over to you, Pooja.
Yeah, that's interesting suggestion, Sweeta. Thank you. That was really nice. Yeah. I do feel like, yeah, we have several responsibilities and our to-do list is like really, really long. But then unless we are mentally, physically fit, we cannot be motivated, or like simply we won't be able to do things like we want to. Like on this, I remember a really good quote like, your smile is your logo, your personality is your business card, and how you leave your feeling after having a conversation becomes your trademark. So I really always love this line. So, you can always have a good conversation with people when you yourself are inside feeling happy. So, yeah, we should do some things for keeping our emotional or mental health at check.
Yes.
Yeah. Wanted to hear some melodious voices, like many of us are really silent. Now I know there is Pankti, I know Mittal can also sing. I know if Reepal is in call, she also sings. So I'd love to hear some songs from you guys, girls. Anyone up? Pankti, would you like to start?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
I do have a song in mind. This is to all the women out there. Am I audible and visible?
Not visible, audible properly.
Visible now?
Yes, now you are.
Okay. दीवारें ऊंची है गलियां है तंग लंबे डगर है पर हिम्मत है संग पाँव पर छाले है सांसें बुलंद लड़ने चली हूँ आजादी की जंग बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे बेखौफ आजाद है जीना मुझे बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे रीति की जंजीरें खा गई जम न्याय के मंदिर भी हो गए भंग जमाना चले ना चले मेरे संग बोलूंगी हल्ला आवाज दबंग बेखौफ आजाद है कहना मुझे बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे बेखौफ आजाद है कहना मुझे बेखौफ आजाद है रहना मुझे थैंक यू
Beautiful. Thanks, Pankti. This is a song from which movie?
This is from Satyameva Jayate, that series which used to come on Star Plus.
Amir Khan wala.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, yes, yes, I remember now. Really nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Pankti.
Thank you.
So, anybody else wants to sing a song? Well, don't be shy. We are all girls. We can sing. Mittal, you want to try?
No, no.
Are please 2 lines.
I'm not good as Pankti. And nothing is coming into my mind right now.
Okay, so let me give a riddle to some people. Like if you can't sing, but then you can always recall some songs, right? So let's say if I give you a word, let's say pyar. So you can tell us 3 songs with the word pyar in it. Let's do this game. Okay. I'll randomly pick some person. Okay. Karnika from Android. Could you please unmute yourself? Karnika, can't hear you. Okay. How about the next person, Kashish from PHP? What's wrong? I mean, could you unmute and then talk, please?
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Kashish. How are you?
Hi, ma'am. I'm good.
Okay. So understood the game?
Ma'am, can you please repeat?
जैसे आपको मैं एक वर्ड दूं, जैसे कि प्यार, तो उससे
हाँ.
कोई 3 गाने आपको बताने हैं. आप गा सको तो बहुत ही अच्छा, नहीं गाना हो तो भी 3 गाने याद करके बोलने हैं.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So word for you is Sham.
ये शाम मस्तानी.
Hmm.
शाम ढले खिड़की तले.
Mm-hmm. चलो कोई हेल्प कर दो उसे.
जब सैया आए शाम को.
सुबह से लेके शाम तक.
श्यामा भी कोई जैसे है नदी.
ये शाम शानदार.
जाम है
ये
और है
शाम
नशा.
मस्तानी मधुपेश ये जाम.
Great. We have 10 songs now. Wow. Okay, so next word for all of you, dosti.
ये दोस्ती
दोस्ती.
यारो दोस्ती बड़े ही हसीन है, ये ना हो तो या फिर बोलो ये जिंदगी है कोई तो.
तेरी मेरी दोस्ती प्यार में बदल गई.
Okay, now last word, आंखें.
आंखें.
काली काली आंखें.
आंखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं.
आंखें खुली तो या मोहब्बत दीदार उनका होता है. कैसे कहूँ मैं वो यारा ये प्यार कैसे होता है. Oh, nice. Great. So I hope all are feeling a little recharged. So let's move on to our next topic, presented by Tahura Saiyed. She will be speaking on the topic work motivation. I know her since she was hired. She has excelled in her academics and her work. So I would love to hear from her how she motivates herself to work and excel. So yeah, let's hear from her. Over to you, Tahura.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am, for the beautiful introduction. So, since the beginning of my career, I've been associated with TatvaSoft. Can you hear me?
Uh, it would be better if it's little louder.
You're trying just a minute. Is this fine, or like is it a lot of disturbance?
Yeah, better.
So, firstly, happy Women's Day to everyone out there. And today, on this occasion, I would like to quickly talk about the fact that women today are excelling in their careers, excelling in everything that they have been doing. And today, we have been learning a lot about gender equality. And as women in this century, we are also learning about the fact that gender parity is a must to advance in any field of life. So, the United Nations, they celebrated International Women's Day in the year 1975. And when we look back at the women in the year 1975 and the women in the year 2022, we would actually realize that there has been a growth in women in terms of their finances, in terms of their workings and all. So people are now actually into startup finances, they are into politics, they are into pilots, they are scientists, and of course, there are women who are software engineers like us. But unfortunately, this is very disturbing to know that this is a very small percentage of women across the globe. And why is this? This is actually because of gender biasness, it's because of discrimination, it's because of prejudice towards women. Even today in this century, many families, they do not allow their girl children to move ahead. They do not want their girl children to have proper education, and all they want is to get them married off easily and to have kids. And this is something which, of course, we as women, we as working women should be against it. Today, even when we look at families who have very educated women, there are women who are in, who have done their masters. There are women who have done their bachelor degrees. There are women even who hold several degrees and are doctorate, and they have been at very good heights of their career, but they choose to become a stay-at-home mom. And it's not because they do not it's not because actually it's their choice, but it's because they do not have anyone to take care of their children. And this sounds crazy, right? I mean, we are actually moving towards nuclear families, we are moving towards this trend, but mothers, even at this point, they do not find the support that they require to raise their children, which force them to give up their dreams. And even if they do not want to do that, they actually have to do it. There are many instances where we have seen women who, bring upon nannies to take care of their children. But then there are other women, women of the older generation, women probably in their 60s, 80s, who criticize such modern working women just by saying that this is wrong and हमने तो हमारे बच्चों को ऐसे नहीं पाला था, which is completely wrong. We as women are actually demotivating other women. There have been many instances wherein if a girl comes late home from office and if a boy comes late home from office, the boy is not questioned about it, but the girl is, even though their work is same. And why is that? This is incorrect, is it? And it's not only at home, but even in the workplace. Women, they face a lot of prejudice, a lot of disparities, especially mostly because of their male colleagues. And in this constantly changing world, it is imperative to understand that women, they should stand independently. They should be self-dependent. You might have heard stories of successful women, okay, and we should always consider them as role model, and we should encourage not only ourselves but also other people to look upon them. There was a recent show called Shark Tank, and you might have seen that there were women entrepreneurs in that too. They have reached great heights. Why? Because they had that confidence in themselves. They really wanted to do something in life. They did not care what the world thought about them. They had a goal and they reached that goal. And we all, as working women, should understand that and should respect the same fact. There are many countries where International Women's Day is celebrated as a holiday to tribute to the achievers. But there are, however, numerous reports of protests and violence by men against this emancipation of women on the International Women's Day. Irana Bovika, who was the UNESCO Director General on International Day 2013, stated something very beautiful, which goes by to empower women and to ensure equality. we must challenge every form of violence every time it occurs. This said, it means that families should actually encourage girls to gain the necessary education, to expertise, and they should actually give them the exposure to go out in the in the wide world and prove their strength to everyone. We should ensure that we as girls we should actually be shoulder to shoulder with men, and we are not below them, right? There's a very beautiful saying, everyone must have heard that if you educate a woman, you educate a family. And when if I talk about my own experience of how do I get motivated, so this is a real story. I was pretty bad at studies. I mean, I was not pretty good at studies, during my childhood. I was like a mediocre student. But I remember in my eighth standard, in my school, the scores were calculated according to GPAs. So if a person, the total always was 7 GPA. The highest was 7 GPA. So if a person who gets more than 6 GPA was actually called on the stage, and everyone used to clap for them. And I always wanted to be on stage. I always wanted people to clap for me, to see that okay, there is someone, as Tahura said, who is doing good. But the thing was, I was never a good student. I was always an average person. I mean, who really nearly passed, did not do a lot. But that is something, that thing of being on the stage that motivated me to move ahead in life. So I remember in my eighth standard, I had got 5.9. Had I got 6, I would have been on the stage and the entire school would be cheering for me. But that is something which did not let me down. It actually pushed me forward to move ahead and do something greater and greater. And from 8th standard to 10th standard, I was actually listed in the top 10 students who was academically brilliant in their studies. And now, if I actually talk about my college, I am a gold medalist in bachelor's and I'm a gold medalist in my master's too. So this transition happened. Why? Because I had that confidence in myself that I really wanted to do something in life. I really wanted to achieve. From a person who was a very average person, who did not study much, who really did not even understand the concepts of studies, worked so hard that one day after many years, she could actually achieve her dream. She could actually, be at the topmost person in the university. So this is something which motivated me. I found a reason which would help me to move ahead in my life. And I guess every one of us should find that reason to stick, to go ahead in their lives. I would like to conclude by quoting J.K. Rowling, who is the author of Harry Potter. She has said a very beautiful quote, which goes by, "We do not need magic to change the world. We carry all the power we need inside ourselves already. We have the power to imagine even better." So that's it from my side. Over to you, Puama.
Yeah, thanks, Kavira. That was like really interesting and inspiring, I can say. I think as of now, all speakers have been impressive with their content, with their information. I personally have learned a lot, so I hope you did too. We are gradually moving towards the end of the event. Only the last topic will be covered by Priyanka Vora. She is the Director in Business Development and she will be focusing on an important topic on gender bias. So, yeah, over to you, Priyanka.
Priyanka, you are on a mute.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Okay. Yeah, so thanks, Purva. And firstly, good evening, everyone. So it is really pleasure that, we have currently more than 130 female employees who have joined us on this great day, Women's Day. So firstly, happy Women's Day to all the wonderful and the courageous women present here. And I would first like Purva has already shared that I'm Priyanka Jain and I'm a part of a business development team, and I'm privileged that I have been working with this organization for 10 years, And I would also like to thank Purva firstly and the entire HR team that first time, they have taken this initiative of celebrating a Women's Day on this online platform so that, we all have gathered so we know under each other better, and we can talk about some great contributions that have been made by women across the world. So initially, like we had planned that, we will share a video. It was a very inspiring video that talks about the women of today, but unfortunately due to the bandwidth issues at the last time we had to skip that. So I will not take too long, but I just thought to talk about like a theme of this year. So United Nations every year celebrate a Women's Day with a theme. So last year 2021 we had a theme of ending violence against women, and this year the theme is like gender equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. So I think a lot of us, Tahura and Mittal, have spoken about gender equality. Like this is what we all are aiming today, right? So it is very important that we live in a world that is completely free of all sort of gender biases, discrimination, prejudices. But do we really think that we are living in a world where such gender parity world is possible? Because we don't think so, right? And recently, like the World Economic Forum have also come up with a finding that none of us, not even our children in the 21st century, will ever be able to witness the gender parity world, which means that if a female candidate is born, she is always subjected to any sort of discrimination or maybe a gender bias, right? So it is very important that we as a women understand that in order to break the bias, we really need to bring some change in the society. So talking only about the bias is not going to work. We really need to create a ground or a playing ground where you're like action speaks more than the words, and we really come together so that we can contribute in each and every small way, that we can create the impact amongst ourselves as well as impact all the women around us who are not so much privileged that they can take a stand for them. So I think this is only possible like when we all join together, we come together, we create the awareness among the women. We try to share the success stories of women, and we try to motivate them and empower them so that they can take stand for them. So I think that's it. And I would now ask Nidhi to take it forward, where she can talk more about some of the success stories of the women and maybe end this day.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so good evening, my dear ladies.
Good evening.
Okay, my name is Nidhi Singh, and I'm a part of BD team just like Priyanka, and I'm also heading this accounts team here at TatvaSoft. I've been here for the last 3 days. So here, first of all, I would like to appreciate this opportunity given at hand to speak to you all on this common platform and share my thoughts. So talking on the same line as Priyanka told, or Tahura even told, there are biases in the society or in the world. Where do we see like there are no biases? Everywhere we see there are biases. We have talked about it a lot. But let me tell you one more perspective. Okay. Let us just try to observe and appreciate the fact that there are changes happening in the times today. So you can witness these changes happening, how things are changing, how the society is even opening and being more accepting, and how we as women are playing an important role to bring about this change in the society. So, just to begin with, let us just try to pick up any of the industry you talk about. Okay, women are coming from, let's say, business background, or I would name. Okay, particularly, let me talk about India, for India in particular. So this country where women have come a long way to break these barriers of inequality. We have famous names like Kiran Majumdar Shaw. This lady has contributed extraordinarily to the field of science and research. And then we have other big names like Indra Nui, or you talk about Falguni Nair, who recently made her name in the business field. All these women, they have stood as an idol uh, inspire the women's section of our country. And if I talk about any of the talent you pick, like music or sports or the beauty contest, we women are nailing it everywhere. We are marking our success and we are making our lives count. So just think about it. These are the big names. Or let me just put one more name forward, like Sudha Murthy. This is one lady with whom we all can relate like really well. She is one that engineer turned into social entrepreneur. So what do you think? You see these individuals, these great names. How I view it is, they are no different from us. We are the same individuals like them, just that they are putting their effort to make an impact. So in my belief, I believe like each one of us who have attended this meeting today, they have got all the potential, to bring about a little impact through our thoughts, with our voice, or with our actions. So even if it is a small change that we can bring around us, that is something that will take us to a better society where we can talk about equality. Now you think about it, we are the creators. We create new lives into the world. We bring about the new generation into the world, and we propagate our ideology of what we believe in. So, start with equality. Again, on this note, I would say this is one opportunity at hand for all of us women where we can do our bit of work in some way and bring about that change where we talk about empowerment, equality, and more other things that we have talked about in this meeting. So, my dear ladies, feel blessed, feel empowered, for we are the beauty, we are the energy, and we are the driving force. On this note, I would like to wish you all a very happy Women's Day 2022. Do your best and be your best. Yeah.
Thanks, Nidhi. That was a good message. Okay. All right, guys. So it's already 5:30. We are moving towards the end of the session. Before we go, you must have the same feeling like a handmade gift is really precious rather than I am purchasing something for a cost. Something handmade is really precious to people, right? So in a very like 30 second, I'll teach you how to make a rose. Like I am little interested in art and craft. So very simply, I'll tell you how to make this kind of rose. And you see, just made with paper folds and can be made within 30 seconds. Okay. So in mail, I told you that you can carry a piece of paper with you. So maybe if you can like do as a direct, you can do, or else maybe you can just watch now and then do it later. Okay. So what you have to do is take just a paper which is of around 4 centimeter wide. Just I taken a A4 sheet and took out a strip. Okay. With this kind of strip, a kind of small flower can be made. Right. You see the difference. This one I have made with 3 sheets and this one is only with 1 sheet. The process is same. All right. If you want to make a big flower, just attach this kind of strip at the end. Okay. So I'll explain you how you can do that. What I've done is at the end, I have made it a triangle. Simple. Then I am folding it 3 times. So it looks like this. Okay. Just ऐसा सीधा आ गया है ये. अभी क्या करना है रोज बनाने के लिए? Just have to roll. फर्स्ट मैंने क्या किया 2 रोल उसको कर लिए तो ये ऐसा इसका इनर एंड बन गया. अभी इसको पूरा बनाने के लिए क्या करना है जस्ट फोल्ड दिस पेपर आउटवर्ड्स. बाहर के साइड इसको मोड़ना है थोड़ा सा और इसको इसके ऊपर फोल्ड करते जाना है। ये अपना रोल यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी था, इसके ऊपर इसको फोल्ड करते जाना है। ओके, तो एक रोल किया, अगेन यू फोल्ड, अगेन यू रोल। So the process is just folding it outwards and then just rolling it in, folding it outwards and rolling it in. Okay, so see, as of now, if this is visible, this is how it's looking. So what I'm doing is simply I'm folding it outwards, this fold, and rolling it in. जो स्टार्टिंग में अपने फोल्ड किए थे ना ट्रायंगल के बाद, ये अपनी स्टिक बन जाएगी। Okay, this if you do, let me do that for you and I'll show you the end result. Till the end, if I fold, this is how it looks. You can do it with a color paper if you have. You can also do it in a plain paper, and you have a thread or a glue stick. Maybe you can stick the end as well. So this is how it will look. Just a rose, or I can say a small gesture. Like, I feel every woman has some person, maybe a mother-in-law, a sister, or a daughter who is always there with us, who has supported us, protected us, and cared for us. So maybe you can make a rose like this. Give this rose to her, a warm hug and a thanks, as it's a Women's Day today. So this is just I wanted to end, right? Thank you all the speakers for speaking on this amazing topics. Learned a lot from all of you. I would like to end this on a lovely, I can say shairi. I'm not that good at it, but I'll give it a try. पापा की वो लाडली, माँ की वो जान, पापा की वो लाडली, माँ की वो जान, दिल नादान पर करती है सबके लिए अपनी जान कुर्बान, है भाइयों की मुस्कान, परिवार की शान, यह है लड़की की पहचान। We may know them, we may be them, and we may raise them. So cheers to all the strong women and wish you a very happy Women's Day once again. Thank you all of you for attending. This session that we attended, we have recorded this, so maybe soon we'll try to upload it on our YouTube channel as well. Thank you once again for attending. Hope you enjoyed this initiative and this event. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Purva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
It was a
you.
good session.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.